Hi there, folks, and welcome back to another one of our chats that we're going to be having with Ashley, how the trading is going for the TradeFi NFT. And a very interesting time we've been in with the markets and with everything that's been happening with crypto and the SEC and all these other things and ETFs. So, Ashley, just to get going straight into it, can you just give us a quick breakdown of how you see the markets looking at the moment?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so hi everyone. Malcolm, I'm going to take you to our chart here. So this is the one that we had a look at the last time. And as you can see, this chart here, we are on the 4 hour, and it has recorded, we're still in that same place where we are. We are now sitting at around about 28 days. Okay, that's the measure. 28 days and 12 hours. Let me just close this to the side here so we've got a bit more space. Right, you can see. So it's not even what's happened in the last week. We can see that for 28 days now, basically this consolidation, this price action, market structure, whatever you want to call it, has been going on for the past 28 days now, almost a month. And although we did see this big candle because we were testing the top. We came and tested the top there. You can see there's a trend line that's running down. I'm not going to go all the way that side, but it comes all the way from the bottom, and it kind of just it pivots on that point over there. And you know, as you can see, we tested this, and we've now been moving. We had the weekend, and now this week, you can see we are testing the bottom end of this range. Now, I've said it to you before, and I'll say it again. While the price remains in this zone, as far as I'm concerned, especially with this particular account that we're working with, I don't feel comfortable trading any kind of swing trading action here in this zone. As I said, there are other strategies that we can adopt down the line for, you know, if we do see long periods of this type of consolidation in what I call no man's land, a danger zone, then we can look further on down the line to adopting some intraday scalping strategies. But, you know, Malcolm, as I said before, people have to realize that unless you're a really, really, really experienced trader, which I will put myself in that category, I won't be too shy to say that. But for most people, day trading and intraday trading scalping it's really not a good idea. That's why most of the day traders all get liquidated. It's 80-90%. You know, we've all heard the stats before. 90% of traders don't make money, blah, 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 blah. We've heard it over and over. And this is, most of those traders are all your scalpers. They're all your impatient people that, like, they follow the hype, they follow it's manipulation, it's brainwashing, and it's lies that are being told to the majority of the people that are out there. And they fall for this time and time again. This is why there are so, I mean, listen, if everybody was successful with trading, the streets will be full of Ferraris and Lamborghinis, eh?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
But it ain't like that.
Yeah.
So once again, we are sitting in this zone right here now, and you can see it broke down a wee bit. It kind of, once again, I call this, remember I've spoken to you about the liquidity grabs and the what we call swing failure patterns. You see it happen there, and we see it happen even now, like half an hour ago. Look what was happening with the price. Everybody's getting all happy. Oh yeah, no, Bitcoin's going to go up again. It's go. And look at that. Where does this red candle come from? How come that green? After all of that, how is it that the bulls, the buyers, are pushing the price? I mean, we must look. We're on a 4-hour candle. We're pushing, and everything's looking good, and we're opening up. In actual fact, yeah, let me show you something. Remember, I said jump testing the water. I went and put in a little trade just to have a look. And let me just show you 1 second, just so everybody knows that I'm not making up stories. Look there, $67 lost. Look at that. Out of the consecutive trades, look here. Out of all the good trades we have, look here, I've had now 175, 174, 57 cents. Very cautious. And 69 rand. Now, $69. Now, I mean, I know that this is what is going to happen. As I said, I call it fishing. So I test the market, and look exactly what happened. I entered a trade, and you think, oh, no, this is great. You can see there where I entered. A lot of people phone me, and look what happened. Just turn around, and now I can go and show you. If we come here to CoinGlass, let's go and have a look at CoinGlass. Let's have a look in the last hour. Just in the last hour on Bitcoin, $9.63 million in liquidations. That's in the last hour.
It's frightening.
You see that?
So that's also, it's interesting that you're obviously going in with very small amounts to test these markets, and so that we're not risking our what we have in our pool. So
well,
after our reserve. Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's what we got to understand. Listen, you can't, if you don't got no money, you can't trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our greatest strength will come from preserving our account at this stage of the game, so that when those really good trades do come, you've got all that lovely cash just waiting to pile on to a nice strong entry in the market. But like I said, when you're sitting getting into trade, and you will get liquidated. I mean, I'm an experienced trader, and I know what happens in the markets. I see it happening all the time, and you'll see how many times. Look at these wicks on these candles, all over these long wicks, and they happen so quickly. I mean, as I said, in this last now 4 hours, what are we looking at here? Let's see. 21 minutes left of this 4-hour candle. So the whole afternoon, being afternoon my side, we've seen this nice for the last 8 hours. In fact, it's even a bit more. We've got 4, 8, 12 hours. We've seen green candle. That's going to make most people think, oh, great, that's nice. There's a place to get in. We're at the bottom of the range. Blah, blah, all the rest of it. We've just broken above the trend line there. Lovely place to open along. And then what happens? Bang.
Yeah. And I suppose that's where it comes in. When you're doing your fishing, you've got to spend a bit of money to make money. So you obviously put a little bit in, test it, the waters, and do. So actually, just moving on to the next part, I just want to ask you, I mean, the markets have been going like this now, as you say, for 28 days. So what are we looking for to give us that indication that we're moving into another zone or another area of trading, whether it's either long or short? So what are you actually looking for at this stage?
Well, I'm looking for a couple of days of confirmation, maybe even half a week. Look, relying on these we're looking for the macro data, Malcolm, to give us confirmation. 4-hour candle, even a 1-day candle is not sufficient enough to convince me.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying, I'm looking for like 3-4 days consecutively, half a week, maybe even a week of consolidation down here, like where we can break below and maybe even go down and get down to the 29, reach the 28,900, and then come back up here, because that's going to give the market time for the resistance to pack in here. We want to see, because that's going to give the bears enough time to create some nice resistance, a block of an order block of resistance here. I'm going to teach you guys, those people that want to learn how to trade, we'll teach you about order blocks and how order blocks work and why they're there and what the significance of order blocks are. So what we want to see is we want to see a breakdown, maybe even a test, even to go and test the bottom, and then the price come back up here, and that gives the market enough time for this resistance to strengthen. You must remember, we always talk about, the price breaks down, support now becomes resistance. And the same thing with resistance. Resistance now. But when you've just broken this barrier, it's not like you've got strong resistance. It breaks through, and then all of a sudden you've got strong support. When this wall has been broken, obviously there's no more order, there's no orders here, and the buyers or the sellers, in whichever case, they're not coming here to load up all their orders in this area. It kind of it breaks the wall down, and then almost in a sense, it takes a while for that wall to be built up again, whether it's support or resistance. So this is what I'm saying. We'll see a little bit of nice action. You know, some stuff happening down here, we'll see a little bit, and then a few days go by, maybe a week or something. And in that time, it's now giving the sellers time to build up this area of resistance. And then when we come to retest and we get rejected at this area, that's our cue to now enter a nice short position.
And that's mostly just getting back into something that I think a lot of people, you know, I know we're all in similar groups, and you see a lot of people trading all the time, ups and downs, and you know, losing money and making a bit and losing. And I think it's maybe this is where we can sort of explain the importance of preserving your account, preserving what you've got in there, because once you've got that confirmation, you've got so much more liquidity to work with. To put into your trade. I mean, would that be a fair assumption, or if you add to that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, look, Malcolm, take a look at the first trade we did going back a few weeks ago when we climbed in at like 24 or whatever. You must remember, we entered that trade with a very small amount. But remember what I said to you when I entered the trade? I said to you, here's a really strong move. You know, the golden rule, remember what we always talk, long into market strength, short into market weakness. Yeah. So when we see market strength and we know, hey, listen here, now the market, it's like here, up at this area here, we'll see that same thing happen. We'll see that same thing happen here when the market breaches this area of resistance, and we see the same thing going on, testing. Yes, first prize is, and I'll be honest with you, the first prize, let me just clear this Picasso mess I have here. 1 second.
It was looking great, actually. I thought we could sell that chart.
Yeah, we could.
As an artwork.
So artwork there, yeah. So listen, first prize could be like, imagine, let's just paint a scenario here for a second. Let's say we opened up, we got into a nice long position over here. We set a pretty decent stop loss, and we said, okay, well, let's take, like, we're gonna range trade this. And then we get lucky, and let's say it breaks through here, and then you know what, it's all the way up there. That means we've entered a nice strong position here. You know what I'm saying? But that's also, once again, you are trading within a range that's not normal. It's not, this I would never class as a normal range. And I'll tell you why. Under normal circumstances, I would class any range as a normal range. But one has to have a look at what this price action that's happening, what does it look? Can I put this? We need to look at a few of the things. The fundamentals, number one, and market sentiment. We know that the last month and a half, we've gone through all this news that's happening with the SEC. There's all kinds of things that are behind the scenes that are manipulating the price of the crypto market at the moment. One day it's good news, then it's bad news. Then it's good news, then it's bad. This makes for very abnormal market conditions, if I can use that term. So we are not in a normal, it's not normal market conditions. And that's the only reason why I say, even range trading, this area of consolidation is really tricky.
Because of the volatility. Like you mentioned earlier, those wicks, if you range trading that, there's so many long wicks that can come back down and just quickly knock you out and then go back up in the direction or down, whatever way you go.
All the time, eh? And you
It's
remember
quite
what I've
tricky with
told
this
you
stuff.
before? Us retail traders, we are not privy to the order books, eh? We don't know. It's the money, the movers, the guys that know. They can see data that we don't see. And they know that all the people, even the day traders and the range traders, they're placing their orders here and they're placing orders. Now, if you are a very skilled and experienced trader, you'll know, you're not trading with emotion. And most of these guys, they in and out. It's very quick. It's quick trades, high leverage, quick in and out. And they're closing their positions pretty much straight after they've opened them. They're taking quick, short trades. We, as I said, look, we entered a nice trade here. And look how well we did. When we climbed in here, I can't remember where it was, somewhere down here, I think it was, or there. Oh no, it was a long way ago. I'm here in the 4 hour. Let's go and just have a quick look here. Yeah, I mean, look here. We climbed into this trade down here. Sorry, not there. Yeah. We was, yeah.
It was there, yeah, where
Here
you
we
are
go.
now.
That's this area over here. We climbed in at 24,800. I lost that one, and then I got in at 25 or something, and then we doubled up, and we ended up our position at being just over 26,000. And as I said, that was that great trade where we made some really good money. We actually made very good money with the amount of money that we were actually trading with, because it was only, I opened the trade with $2,500. It ended up at $5,000, and we ended up making $7,500, nearly $8,000 profit. I mean, that's like, you see what I'm saying? So it's worth waiting for that to try and grab these, scalp these. I see in the group there a lot of guys, are we trading now? Like I said, we could. Later on down the line, once we've built up some funds, and we've made some healthy profits, we can always look at taking advantage of these they can be pretty lucrative ranges. But for now, I don't see the point of it. And right now, as I said, the most important thing for me is to preserve the account. It's no use, if I can, not to be too crude, but like get your backside handed to you so early on in the game, when you know that this is an area of, it's just not a good place to trade, honestly. I mean, you understand that, and I'm not here to try and convince anybody. We can see here, I've just shown, on you can see here in the last hour, just on that red candle, how many liquidations that we see in the last hour, 2 hours.
Sure.
So, we don't want to put ourselves in that position. As I said, we're preserving this account so that when, call it the epic trade happens, we can, on a 10% leverage, we can really, really do well and make up for all the time that's lost, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it will all come to us. Patient traders are the traders who are the most successful.
Absolutely. And then actually just moving on to sort of the next section that I wanted to discuss with you today, we've got that very exciting product that we've put out with the market calls. So can you just give us a short rundown of how the market calls will work and how you're going to be working with them and what people should be looking out for when they join that group?
Sure. Okay. Let me just take us to Telegram so we can go and have a look and see where we are. Okay, so this is the Telegram. This is my folder, as we've spoken before. Anybody that wants to join the course and the subscription for the market calls obviously has to purchase the NFT. You've explained that in the video to everybody. So let's go and take a look. We'll click on market calls. We'll see. We've got a few categories here that are loaded. We've got the VIP crypto signals. This channel will be closed to the subscribers. This is where we're going to load all our, it's going to be private. I mean, I'll be the only one that will have access to this, and obviously the admin guys.
Yes,
This is where we'll put like our charts.
Yes.
So you can see, for example, a chart will be loaded. This is a Stellar, which I just loaded this morning. I'll tell you what, let's rather just go and have a look and see. I'll take us to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. So what I'll do is when I see opportunities that are a good trade opportunities, whether they're long positions, short positions, I'll lay out the chart like this so that the subscribers, the guys, the traders, can see exactly where they need to place their entry points, their stop losses, and their targets, okay, of where they want to take profit. I will lay this out for everybody. So you don't have to do the technical analysis yourself. You can basically just follow the chart. So we'll have that chart, and then I'll also put something out that's something that looks like this, which gives you, you'll see it says Bitcoin long setup. It's a 10x leverage, which I'll put people from either from 1 to 10, their entry points, exact entry points, exact stop losses, and then the targets, and then just a breakdown of the gains versus the losses, and then the risk to reward ratio on the spot. But remember, it's a 10x leverage, so whatever the spot says, you multiply that by whatever leverage you are using.
Absolutely.
So that will basically be that. On this one here, I think we're going to pick, I don't think more than 5 or 6 coins. We'll obviously have Bitcoin and Ethereum that will start doing. We'll have Bitcoin, which will be the main coin. Then we'll have, let's say, 5 altcoins. Litecoin, one privacy coin, which will be Monero. And then we'll have a look and see what other coins, maybe Polygon, XRP, 1 or 2 of the top movers. We don't want to have too many. Obviously, it takes a lot of work to, to work out all the tech analysis and get all the data together to be able to give decent signals. And, I want to say right off the cuff so people understand, remember, at the end of the day, and this is just to cover myself, even as an experienced trader, all of these trades taken at each person's own risk. I mean, there will be trades that we will be successful with, and there will also be those that will fail on occasion. Hopefully, we see more successful than failed trades, but we've got to keep in mind that there's no guarantee in any of these things. All I can do is to give, the best technical analysis that I obviously can, and give out signals that are, I won't say risk-free because they will never ever be risk-free, but for the lowest risk that we can.
Yeah. I think actually, in putting it into perspective from what you're saying, it's a risk to reward thing. If somebody's going to go in with no experience and try and find the right entry points in that, the risk to reward is very high. There's a very good chance that you're going to get it wrong. Whereas if you go with an experienced trader, the chances are far higher that the trade will be correct. But there will always be an element of risk. So I think,
of course,
people, any trading, and actually any business, there's always risk and reward. You open a business, there's no guarantee that business is going to be successful. But if you're experienced in what you're doing and you know the business and you know your product, there's a far better chance than somebody who came in without any knowledge. So I think that makes absolute sense what you're there. But this information is golden. I mean, if people realize that, if you're going to be putting money down and you're reducing your risk by having this information, I mean, the money that you're spending on here to what you could be saving yourself is phenomenal. So I think, it's a great opportunity, this. And then there'll also be a spot I see there that you've got your general chat. That's for people to just put comments and talk. So the other topics in the one will obviously be closed, and the general chat will be open for people to talk about their trades, discuss, and that. So it's a really nice community as well.
That's right, yes. So 2 of these channels will be closed. Obviously, the VIP crypto signals, this channel, obviously don't want people all discussing in that here.
Absolutely.
And so that will be closed. And then the daily videos. What I'll be doing is I'll be dropping for every day that that we give out the signals, I will do a short video also just explaining the reason why we're taking the trades, and I'll just give a little bit of data so that the traders can understand and see why we're doing the trade, and just give a little bit of information that's to help them also, with their trading. So that will also be closed. But every day I want to drop, just like I said, a 2 or 3 minute video, just quick little videos consistently, that will be part of the signals group. And then the 2 open channels will be obviously the general chat, where people can sit and discuss and do their own and share charts and all that kind of thing. And then obviously the altcoin analysis suggestions, that can be for, I know that there's a lot of traders out there that are watching coins, or they might have a favorite coin, or that they can say, well, okay, let's, can we have a look at that coin? And then as a group, a collective, all the traders can work together to look at some of the different coins. And if we do see some coins that are showing promise and good opportunity, well, then, we can do some more in-depth technical analysis and see if we can't find some decent and successful trades, hopefully. We do hear a lot of talk at the moment of a lot of the altcoins picking up in price, so there might be some kind of maybe a short little altcoin season or something brewing in the air at the moment. We'll have to wait and see what Bitcoin dominance is going to do. But yes, so those 2 channels will be open channels for the subscribers to do their own thing, really. And then the other 2 will be for the signals and for the daily videos.
Excellent. So yeah, for those of you who want to get into the market calls, it's a subscription service that you need to join. And to join, you have to have a foundation NFT. And then that foundation NFT is what gives you access to the Telegram group, and only people with that will gain access. And then there'll be a monthly subscription, or you can buy the yearly subscription. And then just for the last one, just quickly, so not to keep this too long, a lot of people don't understand a lot of what's been talked about. They look at these candles and they see red and greens and long lines coming out either end, the wicks, and they're not quite sure. Can you just give us a little bit of a breakdown of how you're going to be going through the trading course? Maybe just a 5-minute quick breakdown of what the trading course involves.
Sure. Well, okay. So we're coming back to where we see those were the market calls. If we click onto the trading course NFT, we'll see we've got the bridge library, the study notes. If we click on there, you can see this. It will also be a closed channel, but people will be able to go in and actually download all the study notes. So if I click on here, you'll see we click on over there, and you'll see, there we go. We can see the very first thing. So trading psychology and the right mindset. And then they can download all these study notes. They can go through. These are all the things that we'll be discussing in the sessions, the live sessions that we have. A little bit of lecturing here and there. I obviously want to try and keep the lecturing down to a minimum so I don't bore everybody too much. A lot of the study notes will be left up to the individuals to basically obviously, read through and understand each study note to the best of their
You'll be using each lecture then to discuss those once they've read them, to discuss those notes and talk about it and answer questions and that sort of thing.
Yes, yeah, just to keep it more exciting, because we know, if there's one person that's just sitting lecturing for 2 hours, it can put people to sleep. So you'll basically be expected to read the notes on your own, and then when we come to the session, that's when we do the live, and we'll talk about it. I'll do some demonstrations, and we can actually discuss the whole concept behind the psychology of trading, which I believe will make it a lot more interesting. That's the first module. Obviously, when we get to the second module, that's when all the technical analysis starts coming into play. Learning about candles, learning about trend lines, market structure, indicators, what all the nice indicators are. There's other things, like I said, we've got things like alert bots and that for people that don't know. You can see that will help. I mean, I will obviously show people how all these things, there's a lot of them that you can get for free on TradingView itself as well. So there's lots of nice, interesting things to learn as far as technical analysis is concerned when it comes to module 2 and learning about technical analysis. Okay, so that's a lot of exciting stuff there. And then when we move to module 3, also, we move away from the technical side of the charts, and we now move into the actual side and the interface of where we are trading on the exchanges. So we learn about the interface, how to use the exchange and how to trade with leverage spot also, but we will touch on leverage. Obviously, most of the stuff we'll be doing will be based around spot, because before you're going to do leverage trading, you first need to master, how to be a spot trader, stacking. And so we'll go through all of that. And then the most important thing about module 3 is risk management.
Yeah.
Learning, making money is one thing, but learning how to preserve your account and not losing money is, I think, one of the most vital things to understand. I don't think that there's a professional trader out there that will not be able to say that he's wiped his account out maybe at least once or twice.
Yeah.
Most of the traders there that's why we say to people, start off with a small account, because you're going to wipe it out. You need to go through that experience of having your whole account wiped out through some kind of liquidation, or just what we call revenge trading. You get so wound up from losing trades that you think, I'm going to trade again. I'm going to make it back. I'm going to make it back. So it's a good experience to go through and learn all these things, but you seriously want to do it with a small amount of money and not with large amounts of money. As I said, I mean, I can honestly say it, not with any pride or anything, but I can honestly say that I've probably wiped out some pretty big accounts already, thousands and thousands of dollars, where I got overconfident, over-leveraged, over-cocky, thought I knew it all, was very smart and wise to the whole thing. And when I looked again, I'd taken a $100,000 account and turned it into nothing.
Well, I mean, as they say, there's no successful businessman out there who hasn't had one or two fail along the way. And I mean, it's making, that's where you learn. And, that's a very honest.
Sure.
If you didn't have that knowledge, then you wouldn't, hadn't had that experience, you wouldn't have the knowledge you have now. So I think just in winding up a bit, and because we don't want to keep this too long. So just to say that people, when they're trading here, just correct me if I'm wrong, but they are going to be trading with a test account to start off with, just to teach them how it all works, so they don't risk losing actual money.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Buy a test account, and then they'll practice there, and then when they start moving into real money, they work with small amounts and slowly build up from there. And then for people also joining, it's very important that they have TradingView, because that's where you do your analysis, not on the actual exchange.
That's correct. And also we'll start off, because with you can see here, if we go to trading over here, find sell buttons, disclosure, and we just open up the paper trading at the bottom. Just hold on 1 second. Go to trading panel. You can see here, and I do have a video which I'll share with everybody, but the first form of demo trading will be done on TradingView. And I'll just show you people over here just quickly. So you'll just open up your paper trading, go connect, go yes there. And then what you'll do is it gives you access here. And then there's a little button, you press there, you go buy. Let's go and open up a quick trade. We'll say take profit there, take stop loss there, go and buy. And then all of a sudden you now have an open trade, okay? And that's basically the way it works. Order, buy, whatever it is over there. And the first trading will all happen here. You can see there, you've got buy. Okay, that's your entry position. So I've entered a position over here now at 30,140. So the first trading you'll be doing with fake money will be on TradingView, and then you'll work your way. Once you've got an idea of how to back test and how to do your trades and all of the rest of it, then we will start moving towards the Bybit exchange, where you can start trading with leverage and all the rest of it. But as I said, everything will start here at TradingView. So it's very important to set yourself up a TradingView account, and you can start with a free version to start off with. But once you've got going in that, you'll probably want to have a look. It's not very expensive to have a pro version.
Yeah,
I think it works out just $14 a month or something, but it's really it's a kind, it's like saying I'm a tradesman and I don't have a toolbox with some tools in it. It's the same thing. It amounts to the same thing. I'm a trader and I don't have trading views. Like, okay, sure. So it's vitally important to have this.
So this trading, and also the thing with TradingView, that there's no limitations where in the world you can have it, like with some exchanges. So people don't have to worry about that either.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks for that. That was really informative and some invaluable information that you've given us. And then just for all of you who wanting to get into the market course or the crypto trading course and the TradeFi NFT, they're all on our website on bridgedefi.com. Go there into Bridge Grow, and you'll be able to purchase your TradeFi NFT. You'll be able to purchase the NFTs for the crypto trading course, and you'll also be able to get your foundation NFT, which will give you access to purchase the market calls. And the market calls is on a subscription basis, $100 a month, or else you can pay for the whole year for $1,000, and that saves you 2 months. The course is also available on a once-off payment. I think it's around $840, $850. Sorry, I don't have it on me at the moment. And then you can also pay it off over 3 months at $360 a time. And it's just need to purchase the NFTs, and those NFTs will give you access. So I look forward to seeing you all there, and look forward to hearing your thoughts on the video. And again, once again, thanks so much, Ashley, for your time. Cheers, everybody.